Hello, YouTube gate nerds. Well, there's very few of you. I'm one of them. You're one of them. Hello, pedal people. And that is gender neutral. Pedal people. Not pedal nerds or nerdizzles. Or, pedal people. That also includes all of you transgender pedal enthusiasts. You are all welcome. There is no discrimination here against anyone. I was going to say something really stupid. I'm not. I was going to think, except, of course, for race. I mean, there's, of course, races that shouldn't watch my channel. You know who you are. No, seriously not. I'm freaking kidding. There's no prejudice against anyone here. I'm dating an American, come on. So, I mean, I'm definitely not prejudiced because if we should be prejudiced against anyone, it should be the Americans. I don't know why, I'm just, Then again, Americans, that's all races and all genders and everything. They have women over there, right? What? I'm dating one, yeah, right. God, I'm stupid. Don't get me off on a rant, that's not a good idea. Here, gate. It's called the Gate of Kahn. And I was like, okay, that must be Genghis Khan, or Genghis Khan as you say in English. And it's like some mystical gate that the armies of the Chinese couldn't get through into Mongolia. And I thought, hey, really cool kind of story behind it. Because it's the gate and nothing got through, and the Mongolian against the Chinese. Well, actually, what Joyo was trying to do here is Kahn, as in Oliver Kahn, the German goalkeeper. That was a little bit disappointing, so I want to think that it's actually an old Chinese story about Mongolian and Chinese troops and something, and gates, and... Anyway, it's a noise gate. Let me tell you something about noise gates. Some people think what they do is their noise reducers, meaning that hiss and high end something like kind of like Dolby back in the day. If you remember cassette tapes, usually gates don't reduce noise. They're not noise reducers. They are gates, so they cut off the signal completely. Signal comes through, and once the signal falls under a certain level, all of a sudden, bam, nothing. So it's either all or nothing, including all the noise that is there when the gate is open. Everything comes through, but that usually means you're playing and you don't hear the noise. But then you stop playing and then bam, the gate closes. It closes at a certain volume. So if your noise is above that volume, the gate will still be open. If it's beep beep bing everywhere, beep beep bing. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try this. This thing has one knob. Very simple, but it's effective. The setup here isn't necessarily mega important, but we're going to go through it. Quenzel M3 with 4 seasons pickup by Bob Gabriel. Thanks to my friend Ed Schuller, we have M6 top-locking tuners. We have a really cool Timbertones shell pick pickup. I was going to say pickup. Shell pick here. That's going with cables into... a little blaster by Joyo, Ironman. Demo here on my channel. Or coming, I haven't filmed it yet. Into the Gate of Kahn. And that's going into the Carl Martin Custom Shop 50. Mic with the Sennheiser E609. And the nice deflects in front of it are so that I hear what's going on. Vintage 30s. But again, sound isn't important. Actually, the absence of sound is important here. Sorry for the... Hello, can you hear this? Is this sounding funny? I don't know if this works with a microphone. We're gonna find out. It's freaking hot here, and I'm sorry, but I really need the fan, so I'm sorry if there's some kind of noise. Again, when you hear the guitar playing, none of this mic will actually be in the signal path. We're gonna set it up rather drastically so you hear how it cuts off. It doesn't cut off immediately, it actually has a little bit of a decay. Well, there it didn't. Obviously, too hard. That's what she said. And it's fighting back there a little bit. Now, I'm a bit confused. I've seen people put the noise gate pretty much as one of the first pedals in their chain, and then distortion behind it. For me, that makes no sense. I would put it in the FX loop of the amp, if the amp had an FX loop, and I would put it behind everything that makes noise, so that that noise gets cut off. If I put it right behind the guitar, and then some kind of pedal still creates noise later in the chain, that noise will go to the amp. So please correct me if I'm wrong about this, but even if I roll this down completely and I turn on my distortion, there is some hiss and some noise. Now with the guitar on, there's obviously more. But if I want it completely quiet, I need to put the noise gate behind all that stuff. It's fighting a little bit in the back, but it's... You would never really need that on a clean guitar, right? And the noise is gone. Let me show you what actually is remaining. It's cutting out all that stuff. Quiet. Not really without the gate. Now if you want to achieve all these very modern metal sounds with, you know, the djent or gent or jim, what freaking palm muted stuff. I don't know why we need a new name for palm muted music. I have no idea. But if you want these really fast cut off silences in between, you want a noise gate. And now without. Obviously I've got excellent, phenomenal muting technique, but you see that on my left hand? But still, I can't mute that. Let's do it without the muting. Well, a pedal should never be a crutch. It shouldn't be, you know, helping you avoid bad technique. Hey, does the job, right? My 2 cents. Well, isn't it kind of stupid that, you know, there's a space next to me? I think I think we need to invite someone to help us with this. Hey, Mom!
Yeah.
Come here! Come here! Come on.
Hi.
So, Gate of Kahn, it is red, has one knob, and does what it's supposed to do. It actually does it really well. Obviously, you have to set it up for a particular pedal or sound. Clean sound's kind of stupid. But if you set it up for a certain level and a certain distortion pedal that, or a certain sound that gives you problems, it does its gating job beautifully. And this is a helper, this is a tool, just like the wooden sound. It's something that you need in a live situation. In a studio, I cut my guitars. I take the track and I cut it. But in a live situation, this can do the job perfectly. And I think it's a cool idea to have this so small. Those little helpers, those little tools shouldn't be huge because you're not doing anything with them. You set it up, set and forget, and why have a big pedal on your board? So Joyo Gate of Kahn does the job and gets out of the way, right?
Sure.
Moms approve the Gate of Kahn. See ya, guys.